You know what God is telling me right now, y'all? Sometimes what God has for you is nothing that you ever imagined. That dream job, the dream love life, marriage, sometimes it's somebody that you never would have imagined. Somebody that might not even be your type, but you may still be attracted to this person. You're attracted to their spirit. You're attracted to the way that they may provide, their nurturing spirit, the compassion that they hold. But it may not be what you typically would go for. And this is really more so about looks. You know, you guys may be from different cultures, different backgrounds, different races, but you guys are on the same high vibrational spirit, okay? You guys share the same soul. You guys are into the same things. You guys have the same type of mindset, okay? You guys have the same morals. You have the same values. You know, sometimes what we want, their spirit is not equally yoked with ours. But the physical, they may look how we may want them to look, sexy down to the T, baby, but the spirit is trash. So when you learn to just accept what God has for you and flow with it, it ends up being the best thing that you ever did. You know, sometimes we stop or block our own blessings because we're so busy trying to hold on to an image that we want when that is not even the image that God has for us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we got to really start to just sit back and let God do his thing, okay? God gives you certain friends for a reason. This may not be the type of friends that you're used to. They may not really understand your background, but they're curious. They want to know more. They're interested in you. They will never treat you the same way that people from your past might have treated you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what God cares about. God cares about the spirit. God cares about the heart. He don't care that you think this man is fine. He don't care that you think this woman is just so fine if her spirit ain't fine. If there's no growth here, if the person doesn't respect you, doesn't honor you, if the person doesn't want you to have your own thing, they have their own thing, meaning like lives and careers, God may not want you there. If somebody is controlling but they look good, that ain't it. If somebody is cheap or stingy but they look good, that ain't it. If somebody feels like they are the prize and you're nothing without them because of their status or whatever, that ain't it. And you know, we be blinded by the outer so much. I'm thinking of freaking Samuel when he was picking out the sons and David wasn't on the lineup. So now you're thinking that you got to go with one of these picks, one of these men that's on the lineup. And it's like, no, I have somebody better for you. I have someone where I like their spirit. I like their soul. They may be younger than you. They may be older than you. They may be white and you're black. They may be Asian and you're black. They may be Indian and you're black. But I like their spirit. Go get that person. Remember when Samuel was going through the brothers and God was speaking to him, telling him, no, this ain't it. This ain't it. It's someone else. It's someone else. And then he asked the brothers, oh, is there another brother here? And they said, oh, David, but he's out tending to the sheep or the lamb, whatever he was doing. Because even the brothers didn't even see David as worthy. So this can be someone that a lot of people may not have seen them as worthy. Maybe they're different. Maybe they like animals. They tend to the sheep. They don't mind working. They're in their own lane. You know, the family discarded them or friends, people discarded them, but they're like, they okay with it. They having fun where they at. Even though David was probably the black sheep in the situation and he was being put to do this and do this all for their family, I'm sure he was having a great time because at the end of the day, he's still going to be happy. It's like, you can't steal my joy. They couldn't steal young David's joy, no matter how people try to treat him. So sometimes we see the lineup of people, and you may not be able to really Choose properly, because the right person for you is not in that lineup. The right person for you is at work. The right person for you is building an empire. The right person for you, they on a farm tending to the sheep. And you think that you got to go with one of these men that is in this lineup, and you need to listen clearly to the Holy Spirit telling you, no, these ain't it. I don't care how that man look. I don't care how his physique look. I don't care that he's smiling in your face. These ain't it. This is not the ones that I called. Oh, Lord, this is powerful right here. Because a lot of us, we get stuck in that. And we think that when we get these options, this is just what we have to deal with. Not realizing that God has a better option. And the better option is probably not standing beside the same options that you're looking at. That better option is probably tending to other things, not just standing, the first one in line. David was nowhere to be found. He was in the field, right? Tending to the sheep. He was doing something like that when Samuel was directed to come to choose the next king, basically. And everybody, the brothers were so happy to line up, so happy to get picked, but they ain't chosen. They want to get chosen so bad, but they was not chosen. So don't be confused to the people that come wanting you to pick them if they ain't really the ones that God has chose. You want someone that is chosen. You want someone that chooses you. You want someone that understands you. It don't matter what they look like. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to someone's race or nationality. If somebody is overweight, underweight, whatever like that, you can help somebody. You can help somebody lose weight and whatever. That's bullshit. We're not talking about stuff like that. Things that people can work on and change. But character, you cannot change character just overnight. Some people's spirit is just dead as evil, and there's nothing you can do about it. And they keep wearing that mask, trying to present themselves as your person. But you got to be able to listen to the Holy Spirit and discern properly when he's saying, these ain't the ones. This is not the options that I have for you. These are just people that is here. These are pretenders. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. So it's important that we don't get blinded by the options that are so ready to get picked. It's so important that we do not get blinded by the options that are standing in line waiting for you to pick them. It's very tricky. Sometimes it gets tricky because these pretenders these masks. I don't know. These masks ain't these dollar store masks. These ain't those Spirit Halloween masks. These ain't those Party City masks, baby. They be having some real life mask on. You really think that they the real person, bitch. You get what I'm saying? And you'll get confused. So you got to be able to let God speak to you and tell you, no. Who I have chosen has a good spirit. They have compassion in their hearts. They have love in their hearts. And they not on this lineup because they over here doing something else. They minding their business. They doing what they need to be doing right now. They not trying to get picked all hard. You know how it be crazy how the people that want you for years, wanting you to pick them so bad. And then you pick them and then boom, now they feel good because they can remove their mask and show you who they truly is. And then if you done invested a lot of time with them, now they feel like you're going to be stuck with them. So it's best to just, when you see this lineup, you see these people coming at you, it's best to go talk to God about it. Like, well, God, who do you really want me for? Who's the king? Out of all these people, God, which one is the king? And if God say none of them is it, because the king is somewhere else, believe him. Believe him. You can't fake being a king. A king handles business. Just like you can't fake being a queen. A queen is a nurturer. A queen knows how to multiply the things that you bring onto the table. Okay? A king comes in with an idea and a queen knows how to make it to a reality. Okay? So you can't fake who's a true king and who's a true queen. And don't miss out on your blessing because you want somebody to look a particular way. be from a particular race, be from a particular country. Don't do it, because you'll be ended up with these pretenders. Imagine if Samuel did not listen to God when he was choosing the next king out of the brothers, and Samuel would have went with any other brother besides David. First of all, it would have been out of order. God's will wouldn't have been able to be done because he ordained the wrong king. But guess what? Because Samuel had the Holy Spirit in him, God told him immediately that these wasn't it. So sometimes God will tell you immediately, depending on how spiritual you are, how spiritually connected to the Most High you are. He will literally answer your question for you right then and there to let you know if this is your true king or not. If this is even a king. Some of these niggas ain't even kings. Out here calling them a king. A king is not a king if he does not respect a queen. A king is not a king if he does not realize that he needs a queen. Anybody out here thinking that they don't need a woman, need a queen by their side, they ain't a true king. Even in the chessboard, the queen is the best piece there. And it's for a reason. The king is trying to protect the queen because he knows the queen has the intuition and the guidance from the Holy Spirit. If she is indeed a true queen. Don't get caught up out here. This message could be for my masculines and my feminines. You masculines, you can have a whole lot of options of women coming at you. Oh, I can cook, I can clean. Oh, I'm sexy. Look at me. Pick me, pick me, pick me. You better ask God about their spirit. You better talk to God and see if this is somebody that you can really multiply with. You better ask God that if you give this seed, is she going to be able to nurture this seed and birth a seed? You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up out here with the superficial outer things. All right? This is something that we all have to learn. But eventually, if you're serious about learning, you will learn it and you will pass to the next level. All right, y'all. Love y'all. And I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye.